Welcome to violence. The word and the act.
There's the formula.
Hold on a second.
Woody's doing a run for us now, for those of you who are listening. Oh, it's a terrible run.
Slim Dugger.
Have you considered doing the van life thing? You should.
I would rather park my car in the garage, start it, roll the windows down, and take a fucking nap than try the van life. I literally despise everything about that idea.
Okay.
It's a
Let's
dirty
upgrade
life,
it. Call it the RV life.
and a low class life.
The RV life? Does that make it any better? There's a shower involved, a bathroom.
What's the name of that Reddit with all the van living or something?
Are losers.
Our losers. And as a kid, like I also said things so early that embarrassed her. I remember. I don't remember because I was so young. But she told me, like, I used to think that lumpy meant ugly, and so she would drive me around or push me around in the cart at grocery stores, and I would like point and like loudly announce, like, "Mom, what a lumpy man!" And then she'd be like, "Ha ha, he's just being silly." And then, but it got over time where she realized, like, oh, he just points at old, ugly men and women and calls them lumpy in the store.
Well, I pissed on people at that age, so
I never did that.
yeah. I ran
thought
around
everyone did
naked
that.
like a wild Indian. I literally like naked all the time, and like if there were like adults socializing outside, like at some sort of garden party, or like more likely if like my dad's friend was over and they were looking under the hood of a car, I would literally sneak up and piss on the guy's leg.
That's hilarious. Why did you ever stop?
I probably systematic beatings. I'm not really sure. And I've told the story before. I broke the one guy's foot. I picked up the biggest rock I could carry, and I smashed a grown man's foot with it when I was like 3.
Damn.
That's, I never did that. I never broke anybody's foot. I did, like, with a couple kids in my neighborhood. We watched Littlefoot a lot. Did you ever watch that, Kyle?
Yeah, I love that. Love it.
You like Littlefoot? You remember how they would, like, go and, like, Spike would, like, eat all the leaves? It would look so satisfying the way he
really
ate.
tasty. Yeah.
Littlefoot would go eat some, and Sarah and Petrie and the whole gang, they'd go.
You know them all.
There's one more I don't remember. But they'd go and they'd eat. And I remember going with like a couple of friends and being like, "Let's play Littlefoot." And we just walked around eating leaves. Like just eating leaves. And, at the time, we were so enchanted with the world of Littlefoot, we didn't mind that the leaves didn't taste the way we imagined they would. We just continued eating them until we got caught eating a bunch of leaves and we're told, "Don't do that."
In that cartoon, they look so delicious.
They look great.
The Maglite flashlight.
If I had $1 billion, I'd be one of those rich people who like launders money to politicians by paying them to give speeches, but I would make them give like speeches that were totally antithetical to what they believed in. Like if Barack Obama wanted $5 million, he'd have to go give a 45-minute PowerPoint presentation on the benefits of white nationalism. Oh. And that's how I'd have to get it. And like Trump or whoever, or who like Paul Ryan, one of those fucks, like they'd have to like do like a Stalin. We often don't talk about the good things, like those kinds of speeches. Like, you want the money, don't you little money grubbing weasel? Yeah, you need it. Man, I'd be out of money quick.
I get a really scary personal security team that just beats the shit out of people for virtually no reason.
Dude, you need a really scary one who would like beat up Khabib's team.
Oh yeah. Oh. And they would. That would be mission. That we'd do that right away.
You get some revenge.
Yeah, I would do some silly things.
You wouldn't be hiring like professional fighters. You'd be hiring like real deal style like Blackwater guys who like knew Krav Maga and had hidden knives and guns on them. Like you'd want a Blackwater style team around you, not a posse. Like you've got a little militia hanging out.
These would be people with guns. I wouldn't really care how hard they could punch someone in the head. It would be the guy with a gun. Like that, rock.
Would you hire any novelty
I
parts,
really think you need a mix, right? Because the gun posse, You can't deploy them as frequently.
Oh, they're deployed.
No, but you can't. You'll go to prison, right?
No, they will. That's what they're there for. I didn't tell them to do anything. I just be like, look, you hold shit down. Somebody tries to fuck with me, you set them straight, Big Mike. And Big Mike's going to be like, oh, yeah.
Big Mike can bust a nose, right? Big Mike can break an arm. He can embarrass someone physically. But the second he starts killing them, we have a next level problem.
I didn't tell Big Mike to do all that. That's why I got Big Tony now. He knows better.
I wonder how much money you would need in order to hire enough people that you could just straight out conquer Canada.
You could totally get Willie for half that.
I mean, even $500,000 seems like a lot.
Yeah,
come on.
You can get them for way cheaper than that. Just be like, you come in, I'll pay $150,000 to a pro-pot legalization thing of your choice, and he'd do it. For sure. Like, you have to play off these people's, like, virtue signaling points. Like, you can save, like, 90% by just donating to somewhere they would like. And then they get all the PR out of it, too. And you can just even be like, hey, and I'll even throw $10K towards a PR campaign.
Yeah, we're not going to publicize this. He's just coming to my house, and he's going to play some fucking music for me and my friends. And
it's not even a big party. It's like you and 3 people.
Yeah, it's literally like an evening with Willie. Like he's going to come. He's going to play what I tell him to play.
Right. Meanwhile, Kyle's like barely paying attention. Like, shh, Willie, I'm sound hoarding. Shh.
Oh, I'm fucking gaming over here while Willie's
you're in a top 10 situation. Willie needs to turn the music off.
And even better is you frame it like it's just you and your friends. Like, yeah, every once in a while we like to have a nice friendly talent show. Just me and my guy friends. Thought I'd hire you. And then it's not even his concert. It's like, all right, thanks a lot for that song, Willie. Now my friend Taylor, he's been getting good at magic and sleight of hand in the last couple of weeks. And I go up there with like one of those plastic foldable hats and things, and way too long. And you guys applaud way louder for me. Like, you did it, Taylor. Where did that milk go? And then
I'll do a stand-up comedy routine, but come unprepared and just wing it.
Hey. like a bee, like about to vomit.
I thought it would come to me. Right.
So what's with the blacks? Boo!
You have a boo horn. Boo, boo, boo.
I'd rather have the mom than the daughter.
Really? And lack of risk of pregnancy. There you go. I mean, she may look good on the outside, but inside, it's like the inside of a dust devil. There's those ovaries have long powdered and blown away.
Jesus Christ.
Probably. These are facts. Like, at 48, women go rotten. Finally.
This guy was a forward, and he was far and away the best forward in the league. It wasn't even close. He's the guy I've mentioned. He would show up high and drunk all the time and talk shit to, like, our coach, opposing coaches, but you could not bench him. It would be like, Alex, it's 3 minutes before you're supposed to walk out, and he's walking in smelling like pot and, like, just starting to put his stuff on. And it's like, we said, Alex, if you're not here on time, you're sitting the first period, or you're sitting the first half of the game. And, like, there were absolutely times where I would like go to a coach and be like, you can't do this to me. Like, you can't do this to me. You have to play him, please. Like, he's the kind of guy who would he'd just get the puck and he would yell compliments to himself as he was dangling around kids. He'd be like, he was drunk. He'd be like, oh, that was fucking dirty, wasn't it? You like that? As he's like scoring on people. And there was one thing where he used to go to our high school. He got kicked out of our high school. And unlike football, basketball, baseball, hockey is never directly tied to the school. It's always a separate entity for some insurance reason or something. I don't know.
Okay.
But so if he was on the football team and they kicked him out, obviously he can't play on the football team anymore. And he gets kicked out of the school. And so the school reaches out to our team and the coaches, and they're like, hey, Alex can't be on the team anymore. You got to kick him off the team. And like our coaches had a little powwow, and they're like, yeah, you don't pay us money and we're not technically affiliated with you. And he's the best player in Missouri, so no. And they're like, well, you can't do that. And it's like, well, I mean, you can't tell us not to wear the jerseys because most players still do go to the school. And like we said, you have no control over this. Like, if you want us to change our name away from the school, we can be the fucking, St. Louis Sailors. Who gives a fuck? Like, and whatever. And so he just kept playing.
to be.
Well, one of my favorite times ever in playing hockey, there's a kid who kept trying to splinter me, which is like I would go down on my knees to like cover it up, and he would take his old ass like carbon fiber stick and put it around the inside of my leg in like a scrum. He was pretending that he's trying to go for the puck, you know, as I'm icing it.
But
you
he's
know, the
just
last little bit
sawing
but really
your
he's
leg.
just like, sawing at the inside of my leg, and I got so tired of this at one point. Like, I jumped up when I saw it was him, and enough people were around that nobody saw. And you know those blockers that goalies have?
Yeah.
It's like I'm Wolverine.
It's brass
I've got
knuckles.
that huge brass knuckles thing, and I just, as hard as I could, I'm a head taller than this kid. I just,
Of course.
I hit him so goddamn hard. I thought for a second, I'm like, oh my God, I'm in so much trouble. I hope, please get up. Please get up. And he went down so hard. It was like I hit him, and his feet went forward, and boom, just kind of fell back. And when he stood up and like kind of was like woozy and skating away, there was a dent in his face mask where I hit it, and the front of my blocker was totally collapsed. Like I had to get another one. It was so worth it. First of all, because my dad had to buy me the other blocker because I was like 15. And second of all, because I didn't get fucked with anymore that game. That kid was a piece of shit, and I know you never made the NHL. No, neither did I.
When your dad bought you a new thing, was he like, yeah, I'll buy you one anytime you want to smash a
Yeah, how did he...
fucking... They were not cheap. I labored over this decision for about 2 weeks before I finally pulled the trigger on these fancy boots.
I used to sell Florsheim's when I was 15. I was an Al Bundy shoe salesman who put...
Are you kidding me? You're familiar with the Florsheim brand?
Oh, good brand. Good choice.
Do you know what size shoes Jackie wears?
No, I literally
Oh
don't.
man,
Her feet
See,
are fine
that's
as far as
that's
I
always a relationship question. Taylor, do you know what
go.
size shoe that your young lady wears?
I do. Yes, because I bought her shoes.
What size?
6.5.
Ooh, that's a petite foot.
Yeah. Well, are they jammed in there?
I made a I don't know. I made a mistake.
You get that whole foot in your mouth, I bet.
Oh, well, that was a prerequisite to start dating. It was thanks for like, oh, we've had a fun dinner. Let's go ahead and pop those suckers off. See if you can fit the whole thing in my mouth. And then after that, I was like, where are they going to work out?
Monster logo equals Vav Vav Vav. Hebrew character equals 666. Ah, is this a satanic beverage? Am I gonna unlock the power of Satan? Unlock the power of Satan with Monster Energy. That should be their advertising. Unlock the power of Satan. Tell God to fuck off with Monster Energy. Hail Satan Hail Satan with Monster Energy. Why settle for second place when you could kill God with Monster Energy? Kill God! Take the universe for yourself with Monster White Zero Ultra! Have fun in hell. Man, yeah, someone clip that, send it to Monster Energy, and I will be awaiting their sponsorship call. Who makes Monster Energy? Is it its own company? Is it its own thing? I think it's its own thing.
I know where the fuck you live, nigga.
Please send your contributions now to a terrible famine caused by drought and worsened by war.
Cause the fine line between reality and fantasy. Who am I to say?
Those traffickers involved in the kidnapping was spotted in an aircraft leaving Guadalajara on Saturday night.